Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Star Wars Galaxy of Yeti here, coming with another roster review. We've got Souldare here. As you can see, he's new to Jedi Revan. We've got a G12 Jolie and stuff. So Arena is at top 50, so you can't really argue too much with that. I'm assuming as the gear levels come up, he'll be climbing as well. Looks like 3 in fleets, which is pretty good. Alright, so I'm assuming that Revan is gonna be the fastest, or he should be, so actually what am I doing? I'm on the wrong thing here. Yep, Revan, TIE Fighter Pilot, Ezra, Yoda, Thrawn, Boss, Shaw. Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, all looks pretty. That's an interesting one, but I remember she having a high base speed, so. But yeah, all in all, that looks about right for what you're looking at. Let's see what the speeds are on Revan. 129. Okay, that could be faster, but you know, getting it going is always a bit difficult. Like just farming mods and getting lucky, it's all fucking RNG, which is a little bit pain in the ass, but whatever. Got a G12 plus piece there, 2 there. Yeah, I really need to get that Revan up. That's really going to be priority 1. Now I'm going to go to my ladies and see what he's doing, if anything. Alright, nothing going on with the ladies. Once again, this is like the most overlooked faction because they don't... It's really funny because they're like the easiest to get power team. They're incredible in the raids, but they don't overlap on ships, and they don't... and it's not like a natural progression to getting them, so it's this weird thing where so many people just disregard Night Sisters, and I don't know, it's a faction I've definitely focused on, and I think that's really one to get in the future. Alright, let's look at bounty owners. Alright, we're lacking some gear levels here, but you can see he's working on them. It's one piece, 3 pieces. Okay, I mean, all in all, I would have liked to have seen Django completed before anybody else went up. I mean, he's only G8. I mean, Greedo, 3 pieces. If you're going to use Greedo, you should probably gear him to a decent level because this is a great Grand Arena Championship defense team. You've got AoE, AoE. He's got a stun, cleanse, and you know, it's the same thing. There's health and regeneration. This is a team that can definitely steal banners from your opponent and shouldn't be overlooked. Alright, let's go check out the next one. Okay, yeah. No complaints here. This is Empire side will do pretty well. Alright, let's check here. Okay, I mean, I'm assuming that's for the ship. But yeah, you know, you've invested so much in Kylo Ren. Adding a few gear levels to these guys and making a useful team out of them is not going to be too much of an issue. I'd like to see maybe First Order Officer is a really easy farm out of the store. You're getting him out of the Cantina store. Him instead of Phasma, who's complete and utter trash. I mean, you went through the trouble of farming up First Order TIE Pilot, so might want to throw some gears on these 3, get First Order Officer, and complete this this team for a little while, or you know, in the near future. Ewoks, nothing. Doesn't. I'm assuming his rebels are going to be non-existent besides the pilots. Yeah, he's got Han, and he's got a 6-star Chewie. I'm actually surprised he's got the 6-star Chewie with that bounty hunter team. I guess Bosk must have done most of the work there. Yeah, that's a little bit surprising. I mean, I'm assuming it took more than 1 attempt. Okay, you got not a lot of gear on R2, not a lot of gear on Han, not a lot of gear on Chewie. I know this would have been a recent one for you. I'm assuming you got it in the last Chewbacca event that just came up. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some characters to work on here. This just drives me nuts. It's all these uncompleted gear pieces. 2 pieces missing, piece missing, 2 pieces missing, piece missing, 2 pieces missing, 3 pieces missing, 3 pieces missing, 2 pieces missing. See, when you see gear like this, it's never on a roster where everybody eventually gets to like G11, G12. It's always on one where there's like tons of G8s, tons of G9s, tons of G7s, that kind of thing. Because it's hard to complete gear levels when you're just spreading around and clicking on any plus that you see. It's really, really, really important to focus on like one team at a time and then go one character at a time in that team and just take it to the next gear level, you move to the next one, and so on and so forth. Yep, it's kind of what I expected. I don't think any Darth Revan action's coming anytime soon. Nope. Alright, let's go check the Seps. Nothing's cracking here. Droideca's on the Xanadu Blood Farm, so I'm assuming you're getting that. If you're going to be getting Droideka, it's probably a good idea to farm some General Grievous out of the fleet currency store. And the Cantina has B2, and it also has Magna Guard. And with those together, you've got your Grievous team. And it's, as you can kind of tell, that's not really a hard farm. You just got to get Grievous to about Gear 5. Sorry, not Gear 5, 5 stars before you can try to unlock Padme, because that'll give you 5 Seps to do it with. I mean, you can discount Battle Droid on that and throw in somebody like a Newt or Ventress or something. I'm a big fan of Ventress, but you haven't got any work on your Night Sisters, so that could be an issue. Alright, it's a little bit more work than I expected in terms of having Finn and Rey popped. Rogue One, alright, it's important for the Falcon, once again, bing, bing, bing. Uncompleted gear levels. Gotta work on those uncompleted gear levels. Saying uncompleted gear level, uncompleted gear level, uncompleted gear level, uncompleted gear level, uncompleted gear level. This is just a trend, just a trend. Alright. So we've kind of gone through a couple of the factions here. I'm seeing just a lot of unfocused gearing. Just a lot of unfocused gearing. You're seeing all these tunes that are really close to another gear level that just aren't getting there really. And that's got to be something that you gotta like. I think it's best. It's best use of your gear, and that way you're not spending it just without thinking. Like, say if I wanted to gear up this team here, I'd put all of these in my favorites, and I'd basically just one by one just go bang, I'd hit that plus, and then Boba would be done, he'd be G10, and then I'd go, okay, now this guy needs his one, and then I'd get that one specifically, and I put that plus, and then so on and so forth until it's like G11, 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 you know, that kind of thing. Like, you've got some G12, so you can obviously get there. You know, it's one of those where you just need to focus a little bit on the characters that are going to be important for you to have, and just gear them up. Like, it's better to have them at gear 11 than have like 30 gear 8s. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's something to absolutely work on. It's like, from what I'm seeing here, I'm not seeing any of the movement towards any of the newer stuff. Like, you're late to Jedi Revan, you're gearing that now, and that's good, that's great, that's definitely not something I'm knocking on. But now it's like, I don't see much work for, like, say, Grievous or Padme or Darth Revan or anything like that. So it's one of those ones where, like, the moving forward moment isn't there, and I don't see you working on Night Sisters, which are usually a good anti-meta. So it's one of those where I'm like, well, where exactly are you going with this? So it's like, you should probably pick one of those factions, and I don't think it's going to be Darth Revan just based on what I see. I'm thinking the Grievous route might be the move. If you're unwilling to do the hard farms on Night Sisters for Talzin and Zombie, then I'm thinking Grievous would be an easy addition to what you're already doing. You just got to get Droideka on the Xanadu Blood node, and then from there it's just adding B1 from fleets, And then you've got your General Grievous coming out of the fleet currency, which you're going to be getting a lot of as you've been finishing top of your fleet. And then Cantina holds B2 Super Battle Droid and Magna Guard, and then just work on gearing those guys, get them to like, you know, a good gear level, and then get yourself a Padme, and then, you know, you've got Anakin and Ahsoka are both pretty accessible. Anakin's in the Cantina. Ahsoka is out of the Cantina store, Cantina currency out of the store, so that's a good one. So that would give you two like good, powerful teams that you can throw into your GAC, or you can use, you know, Grievous in the arena even if you gear them high enough. I'm seeing those now. There's like a G13 Grievuses starting to pop up in arena shards. So that's something to really pay attention to. Let's look at the ships really quick. See if we've what we've got Falcon wise. It's got the Falcon, that's good. Needs some work. It looks like he's working on these guys right now, so that's good. Biggs needs a lot of work. If you're gonna run the Falcon, you really gotta have Biggs at like at least G10. He's not super tanky, even though he's a tank. Another one, Akbar needs some gear. I mean, so it's one of those. I'm going to put it into order. You should, for your gear priorities, I think, looks like you're doing well in your fleets, so that doesn't need to be as high as it should be. I think gear priority is getting your Revan team sorted out, and then going to your Rebel fleets and just banging out the Rebel fleets, getting them to a really good spot where you can just leave it for a bit, and that's when you move to one team, something like your Bounty Hunters, and you just systematically gear up your Bounty Hunters. Just go from, just like make like a priority list almost, and just go down the list. And as something new pops in, just place it somewhere on the list. It's one of those where this is one of the things that I've picked out most on this account, is that there's a lot of gearing going all over the place. So yeah, just dial that in and you should be doing pretty well. So we've got he's got the 5s on the Bounty Hunter ships and shuttle executrix, and it's put a lot of gear and I'm assuming abilities into both Chimera and executrix, right? Some. I mean, Chimera is a great ship, but if you're trying to do the Falcon, everything should be pouring into your Akbar, because basically that shouldn't be at 5. This should be at 7. This should be at 7. And then you want to try to get this maxed out, essentially. And eventually you'll max out these two when you get the 7 stars. And then it's like, if you want to use these, if you want to gear them up, feel free. But these are the ones that are priority: the crew, the AoE, and the heal. So just stick on those and keep bringing them up and bringing your Falcon into a more usable space. Anyway, I think that's about it. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give us a thumbs down, and have a good night.